years' time we could be walking around a zoo with the sun shining down over me and you, and there'll be love in the bodies of the elephants too, and I'll put my hands over your eyes but you'll peek through, and there'll be sun, sun, sun all down the necks, and there'll be sun, sun, sun. So what the heck?
Ever since I can remember, numbers have been an important part of my life. Being good at maths has always made me happy.
You know, Beth, you're twice as old as me now. By the time I'm 12, you'll only be a third of your age older than me. And by the time I'm 18, you'll only be a quarter older. And when I'm 24...
Of course, from an early age, I realise not everyone feels the same way. But still, they can see the advantages of having a maths whiz in the family.
Come on, contestants, time is running out.
Factors of 13.
He's correct!
Yes!
Congratulations!
But maths hasn't just won me a lot of trophies. It's seen me through some difficult times.
Oh, my God. What's he doing? Jono! Jono!
Because when your heart is breaking, you can always rely on numbers to help you take control.
Statistically, the chances of me ending up with Jono were close to nothing.
Forget the statistics. He's a loser, Saz. End of story.
I mean, the average age for women to get married is like 28 and 2 months. And did you know that most women marry their 11th sexual partner?
Oh, yeah. One down, 10 to go.
Yeah.
Here's to the future, Mr. 11.
Mr. 11.
So here I am, Saz Paley, maths teacher and blushing bride-to-be. And just for the record, I'm 28 years and 2 months exactly. And guess what? The numbers all add up.
That's what's wrong.
Dr. Daniel Fenn, my 11th sexual partner and my Mr. Right. Hey, you.
Hey.
Marrying Mr. 11 guarantees me that what feels right is also statistically correct, leaving no room for human error.
That's why I said we should use a recording.
It's fine.
I just want everything to be exactly the way I imagined it. What's wrong with that?
Nothing. Although that's pretty much what Hitler said.
Please be seated. Today is a joyous occasion. Daniel and Sarah are giving each other their vows of marriage before you, the people that they love. And as this is a place of worship, I must ask you to respect that.
Excuse me, miss. Why are you marrying Dan?
Good question, Francine. When you reach that stage in any equation where it all falls into place, the factoring and the multiplying out and all the other shenanigans come down to this. The moment you can step back and say, X equals...
And therefore I proclaim Daniel and Sarah husband and wife.
Fine doctor, a good friend, and of course, Dan's famous for his dancing. This actually happened in a club in Ibiza. He was offered medical help, by someone who thought he was having an epileptic fit.
This is not true. None of this is true.
I did ask Dan how he and Saz met, but he wouldn't tell me. I'm guessing dancing wasn't involved, though. Or even a trip to A&E.
Sarah Paley.
My bedside.
I'll live.
You might call them the perfect couple. Except Ms. Math Teacher here would instantly produce some cast iron formula why perfection is impossible. But to the rest of us, it's obvious they're perfect together. To Dan and Sarah. Sorry, do it properly. Sarah and Dan. Sarah and Dan.
Oh, shit.
Top wedding, folks. Chuffed to the bollocks for you, Saz.
Oh.
Hey.
Hey. Alex, Saz and Dan, Alex. My man of the moment.
Nice to meet you, mate.
Congratulations.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey there.
Does this taste cold enough to you?
No, you're right. I'll have a word. Excuse me one sec.
Well, don't worry on my account. I'm more about quantity than quality, to be honest. Leanne's right. Terrific wedding.
Thanks. You look so lovely, by the way.
Oh, piss off. I can't bleeding move, can I? Bought it when I was down the gym every night. Remember that trainer I was stalking?
Yes.
You're the one giving everyone the horn, babe, isn't she, Alex?
Absolutely.
Come on, you. Get on that dance floor. Mind your train. Give it some welly.
Are you okay, Len?
Yeah, never better. It's like it was a Cajun chicken. Your mum did warn me.
Treasuring the moment here.
May I? Oh, nick of time. Nick of time. I should have tried the salmon.
That's Len. Every bit as embarrassing as a real dad. Actually, my feet are killing me. I think I'm going to sit this one out.
Hey, listen. I know this is hardly the time, but I just don't want it to be awkward.
Ah, you remember then?
Of course, jeez. It didn't seem right to bring it up in front of your husband. Time and a place, right?
Yeah. Thanks for that. I just didn't think when Leanne said that she was bringing a +1. I mean, I thought you lived in Sydney or something.
Yeah, I do. That's where I met her. I'm just back here working. So draw a line. You're a mate of Leanne's. Was 3 years ago. And it's not as though anything even happened.
What?
Well, a kiss and a grope in the back of a taxi, but there's got to be a statute of limitations, huh?
We spent the night together.
Yeah, asleep.
You mean we didn't have intercourse? Sorry, that sounded like CSI. I just want to be sure.
No. No, you were really out of it. So, clean slate, what do you say?
So if I didn't sleep with Alex, then I haven't just married my Mr. 11. Oh, shit.
Beth, if I didn't sleep with Alex, then Dan isn't Mr. 11.
Mr. 11, what are you like?
You don't get it, do you? If Dan isn't Mr. 11, if he's actually Mr. 10, then I haven't married Mr. 11.
I'm the average age, marrying my average number sexual partner.
But now I'm not.
Saz, hurry up, babe.
Right there. Look, it's like going into a casino.
Everyone's got a lucky number, but you would be stupid to sit down at the roulette table and put
All your money on it if you haven't worked out the odds.
Okay, Saz, sweetheart.
It's your wedding night. You've been looking forward to this day for most of your life. Plus, it cost a bloody fortune.
Just this once. Get over yourself and just live in the moment, yeah?
Now is not the time to go all Carol Vorderman, you freak.
Steady there, babe. Hey, guess what?
What?
Today really has been the best day of my life.
You.
Come with me, my love, to the sea of love. I wanna tell you how much I love you.
Calm down. Settle down. Quiet, please. Okay, your basic fiendish quadratic equation. There isn't just one unknown to discover, which we will call X. There's A, B, and C. Thing is, if you go wrong at any stage and get a false value for any of the variables, you're stuffed. Because you're never going to find your way to the right answer. And you're going to be stranded solving the wrong problems till you realise you've made a huge fundamental mistake. Questions? Not you.
Saz? Saz, what's wrong?
Come with me, my love, to the sea above.
You feeling better?
I think so.
Never learn. Alcohol on an empty stomach. Still something to tell the kids, eh? On our honeymoon night, me and your mother started to get it on and she threw up. Sexy.
It's... Look, there's something I need to tell you. You're not the 11th man I've slept with. You know, you're not my Mr. 11. The 11th man I've slept with. You're not.
Oh. Okay. Well, you're not the 11th woman I've slept with.
Yeah, I know, but it doesn't matter to you.
So, what am I missing here?
He said no mushrooms.
Oh, no, it's okay, it's fine. I mean, I know you're the original numbers anorak, but, why is this number 11 thing so important? Thanks.
I know it shouldn't matter, which is why I'm telling you to stop it mattering so much to me, which it shouldn't. Thanks very much. Anyway, you should be pleased nothing happened, really.
Oh, hang on a sec. Fried bread?
The important thing is this is water under the bridge, right? This is okay, isn't it?
Well, that's the best bit, you know, dipping the egg yolk in the tomato.
So bad for you.
Well, I like it.
I could ask the kitchen, sir.
Yeah, thanks. That'd be great. Wait, hang on a sec. Sorry, not you. The fried bread thing's great. You and Leanne's bloke actually had a conversation about whether or not you had sex at our wedding?
Not a conversation. A chat.
When? At what point in the ceremony marking our lifelong commitment to each other did you and Dreamboat chat about whether or not you'd given each other one? Get out of jail free shag, isn't it? Oh, hi. Thanks. Just hang on. You are unbelievable. So I suppose suppose if he'd have told you before the vows, you'd have called the whole thing off. Oh, my God, you would, wouldn't you? Hang on, I'm sorry, I packed my wallet.
It's really all right.
I was just trying to be honest with you. He doesn't mind.
The man deserves a tip. Look, Saz, you know what? Being honest doesn't make everything okay. Sometimes it's better not to be honest. In fact, sometimes, and this is one of them, it's just totally rubbish. I thought yesterday was the best day of my life.
It was. You being an arsey git doesn't change that.
Arsey? God, you wish you'd slept with him, don't you? It's so obvious.
Yeah, I do. Because A, he's fit, and B, then you'd be Mr. 11 and this whole stupid argument wouldn't be happening. Or do I have to lie about that as well? Thank you very much.
Oh, thanks.
You're a real piece of work, you know that? You know, I asked you to marry me because there isn't a woman in the world that I'd rather be with, sleep with, have a laugh with, grow old with. But if you don't feel the same way, if you're so preoccupied with this numbers and averages crap, then there's just no point, is there?
Dan! You tosser! What?
Can't believe it's over. I watched the whole thing fall, and I never saw the writing that was on the wall. If I'd only knew the days were slipping past, that the good things never last, that you were crying. Summer turned to winter, and the snow it turned to rain. Then the rain turned into tears upon your face. I hardly recognize the girl you are today. And God, I hope it's not too late. It's not too late. 'Cause you are not alone. I'm always there with you, and we'll get lost together till the light comes pouring through. 'Cause when you feel like you're done and the darkness has won, babe, you're not lost. I said, baby, you're not
All right. Consider me punished. I'm a self-obsessed, spoiled cow who doesn't deserve to marry a fantastic man like you. I'm going to spend the rest of my life making it up to you. I can't believe you actually went to work. It's supposed to be our honeymoon.
Oh, you noticed?
What is everyone going to think?
I don't give a toss what they think. See, unlike you, Saz, I don't live my life by some cosmic rule book. You know what? I'm not ready to talk about this.
We've got to. We're married.
No kidding. You know, I've been thinking about this, right? And I reckon this whole Mr. 11 thing is just about you not having the guts to tell me that you had your doubts about the wedding and you wanted to call it off.
Of course it's not. You bought dinner. Okay, I can see I've hurt you, and I'm sorry, I truly am. This number stuff is my stuff, obviously. It's just, it was a shock, you know? I don't know when you're gonna go off on one, do I? It's like breakfast. You don't like mushrooms, but you're like, that's fine, just leave them. Then you go nuclear with the fried bread. I thought the thing with Alex was the mushrooms. Turns out it was the fried bread. Although actually I thought it was the fried bread, because before you turned out to be obsessed by it, and I thought you couldn't have cared less, and I'd have put money on the mushrooms being a no-go.
I just like fried bread.
Fine. I've had this little numbers hiccup. You know, it's just, let's just move on. It's just wedding jitters or something, you know? Everyone gets them. Honest, give it 4 months tops, and I'll have totally adjusted to being married.
For God's sake, Saz. It's always the same with you. Reducing things to stupid formulas and numbers. Give it 4 months. Marry Mr. 11. We've been going out for a year and a half, so I think we should move in together.
You wanted us to move in together?
Because it felt right. Not because it was time to tick some box. Oh, for the record, we hadn't been going out for a year and a half anyway.
Yes, we had. We started going out in the April.
No, we shagged first in April. We started going out in July.
July? How'd you work that one out?
Look, I don't know. I mean, that's the point. Things, relationships, they aren't that clear-cut.
They are to me. Why wouldn't you think we were going out until July? I mean, we were seeing each other loads, we were sleeping together. Oh, my God. You slept with someone else, didn't you, after we got together?
Look, just leave it, OK? I mean, it's not as if we were committed or anything. We didn't have that big conversation until July, remember?
I was. I was totally committed right from the start.
Yeah, until the numbers thing didn't add up.
You bastard. You bastard.
Will by and by no true love ways. Sometimes we'll sigh, sometimes we'll cry, and we'll know why just you and I.
Snazzy, what's happened?
Honeymoon's over. Remember, maths is all about order. It's about finding patterns and applying them to larger problems.
But this isn't possible, miss.
There's no such thing as impossible, Jaden, not at Key Stage 2. If you can find a pattern, you'll find a solution. Isn't that right, Alfie?
Mr. 1, John O'Bentley. I was 16, he was 18. Enough said. Mr. 2, Reggie Clay. Revenge on John O'Bentley when he did the nasty on me with Jessica Foster. Mr. 3, Mr. Elwood.
No running down the corridor!
Last name Dave, actually. Ed. Nice guy, Eddie. Otherwise known as Mr. 4.
I love you!
Mr. 5, Fabrizio.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Mama.
Ugh. Mr. 6, glasses bloke. He was drunk and so was I. Mr. 7, Aid. Yuck. Kieran. Mr. 8, Matt, Mr. 9.
It's not you, it's me. I'm sorry.
And not forgetting Mr. 10, the boyfriend formerly known as Mr. 11.
From 1 to 10, the sequence of my love life. To work out the value of Mr. 11, we need to crack the pattern. Any suggestions? What do they have in common?
Miss?
Someone else.
Go. Memory lane. Oh. Len never did ever fix this properly.
I can't believe you kept all this stuff, Mum.
Oh. He's a good-looking man, your dad. You know, Sarah, when he passed away, it felt like the end of the world had come. I was 29, near enough your age. Toddler and a little girl. I thought I'm never going to meet anyone else. But I did. Quite a few times, actually. Then I met Len and... Oh, Eddie. I always liked him.
Yeah, he was lovely, Ed.
Yeah. He had a lovely bum.
Mum.
The point is, Sarah, that when you meet the right man, you just know. I did when I met Len, just like that. I can't imagine that whatever it is you and Dan have fallen out about, it can't be mended.
He doesn't seem to think it can.
But of course, if it really is over, you're going to have to sort out what to do with the wedding presents. People have spent a lot of money.
Apparently, our first priority should be giving the presents back. Otherwise, people might think the whole occasion was an elaborate way of conning them out of a set of mattress protectors.
That'll be your mum.
Oh, yes. Worst case scenario, we're pursued through small claims court. What did your mum and dad say? Hope you didn't make it sound like it was all my fault.
Which it was. Of course not.
See, so typical of you, making it all about me being the bad guy, but I'm not allowed to even suggest that you being unfaithful had anything to do with it.
It was April.
I worked it out, you know. Miss April to July. Assuming there was just the one, of course.
Saz.
It was that junior registrar, wasn't it? The Spanish one with the amazing arse.
I'm not going into this.
I just want you to know, whatever you think I've done to you by obsessing over the 11 thing, that's just nothing compared to what you got up to.
What I got up to was not a serious doubt in the middle of our wedding day.
How can you even think that compares to sleeping with someone else? Don't you put this all on me, don't you dare.
We weren't even going out properly in April.
We weren't bloody line dancing. Leanne, how's it going?
God, sick people. Don't get me started. They moan all the freaking time. So, did you blow out Mauritius then, or what?
Ah, nick of time.
Not right now, thanks.
Oh, Sazzy Sue. Want me to sort that out for you?
Yeah, go on. Have him whacked. All suspected you were in the mafia.
You know what I mean?
It's not Dan, Len. It's me. Well, and Dan. It's me and Dan.
Proudest day of my life, you know. Walking you up that aisle. Saz, love, you know, getting married, it isn't all about...
Len. So not the time.
Okay.
Multiply the 19 by the 4 and divide by the 3.
Tea's ready.
I think I've got an 8 left, but I'm going to go with a 7.
Might have known.
Nobody eats this early.
We do.
I'll bring it in on a tray for you.
I think I can just about manage it to the kitchen. How about you, Len?
You get tired?
Since when?
Shh. Conundrum.
Nobody's fault but mine. Nobody's fault but mine. So I sit here if I soul becomes law, and I know it's nobody's fault but
Yes. I've cracked it, Beth.
Oh my God, this is like the scene where they find the serial killer's flat.
So, the key to it all is finding the common denominator. What do all these men have in common, apart from dodgy dress sense? Sex. These men are the set of all the men I've had sex with.
Mr. Elwood.
Live and learn. So, all we've got to go on is the fact that doing the deed with this slop has taught me effectively nothing. Apart from how to cook a stir-fry. That was Matt.
So?
So, that's the answer. No more sex. Because sex confuses things. If sometime in the very distant future, obviously, I meet a man and I don't sleep with him, my judgment won't be clouded. The only man I sleep with from now on is the one I am rock solid certain is Mr. Right, who will be, QED, my Mr. 11.
Yeah, you do realise you just got married to Dan, you lunatic.
That's the problem, isn't it? Which is why I have been through all of this.
No, before you go off on another one about this stupid statistic, can you not see how in some way this mess might have been caused by you?
Me?
Exhibit A, Eddie, total sweetheart. Why'd you split up with him?
Well, he went to Africa, remember? Mali, to teach.
Any other reason you can think of?
You're not going to throw up, are you?
Want to get married?
Oh, that is... We can't get married? God, I mean, even if you asked me in about 9 years when I've slept with loads more blokes, you'd still be the wrong number. That is so sweet, Eddie. Mm. Come on! Oh!
Are you going to get dressed any time today, Sass?
What's wrong with breaking up with someone when you know you're not serious about them?
But if you've already decided you're never going to be serious about it, of course you're going to break up.
But
what? What is your problem, Saz? Your whole life you've been fixated on this number stuff. We've all laughed and said good old Saz with her funny little ways. Like service stations on holiday, you'd never let us stop at a service station unless it was equivalent to the...
Equidistant between the destination point and the point of departure. Yes, but the reason for that...
I don't care. I wet myself. I wet myself outside of Torquay because you wouldn't let Len stop until bloody Plymouth. Doesn't that tell you anything? Life doesn't add up.
You really think I don't know that?
No, I don't think you do. And I think you need to stop counting and start feeling and give us all the bread. It's yours. Hope I haven't pressed anything.
Oh, it's Leanne.
Hi, Leanne. It's Shirley here.
Mum! I'm fine.
What have you said? Nothing.
Oh, hey, I didn't think you'd take the call if you saw it was me. I need to talk to you, Saz. Did you get my text?
No, hang on.
I mean it, Saz. I can't get you out of my head.
In the words of Kylie, I can't talk now. It's not a good time. Wrong number thing.
Oh, yes, look. There's a...
Maybe Beth's right. Maybe it is time to stop counting and start feeling. Could be that numbers are causing my problems instead of solving them.
Saz Paley?
Eddie McGee!
Shags reunited. Listen, it's heaving in there. Let's find somewhere quieter, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So, am I allowed to ask questions now you're here in person? That's kind of the point, right? Catching up?
Absolutely.
Actually, I Facebooked you, so I know you're still teaching maths.
Mm-hmm.
Here?
to sit. Yeah, you know me, can't get away from the old numbers. Talking of which, I think I owe you an apology.
So, no wedding ring, I see. Not serious with the doctor, then?
Really should update my page. Oh, you neither.
Long story.
Me too. Look, that's what I wanted to apologise about, really. I mean, I know I've always sort of done things by the book, and if that meant that I broke your heart, then I'm truly sorry, Ed. I've been thinking a lot about the past, and... anyway, enough of my stuff. What's your story?
One of the twins had this phase of putting things down the sink, and I made the totally fatal mistake of taking my ring off and leaving it, you know, by the draining board. You do the math. Hey, you do the math. Anyway, called a plumber out, no luck. Audrey still hasn't really forgiven me. We can't afford a replacement. So what's your story? I hope it's more interesting than mine.
Wow, twins!
Oh, God, yeah. Didn't you Facebook me?
My laptop's at my flat. More of the long story, really.
Zach and Joel. Hoping the next one's a girl. Well, I am. Audrey says she doesn't care.
Audrey?
Yeah. She's really looking forward to meeting you. Turned out really well meeting up here. Her antenatal yoga's just up the road.
Wow, that's great. Number 3, you must have fantastic sperm.
Oh, here she is now. Audrey!
Ed, do you remember that big New Year's party at Louise's?
She's got a bladder like a pea. It was even worse with the twins. Millennium thing. I feel a bit weird talking about this, as of so long ago.
Of course, totally, I understand. I just wondered, do you think I gave it a chance, you and me, or do you think I ruined everything by deciding it was too early because you were the wrong number?
The wrong number?
Forget it. Was I just basically a nightmare control freak?
We were really young, and, you know, although you totally broke my heart, turns out you did me a favor. Timing is everything, right? Oh my God.
Just... hear that?
I just hope Ed can find a parking space.
Oh, forget it, around here is a nightmare.
I told him we need to check out the parking before I was true.
He was never great on forward planning.
Oh, God, that is so true.
I hope you didn't let him pack your case.
No.
Actually, Audrey, I know somebody who works here. If you just give me a second, you take...
Don't leave me!
You'll be fine, you'll be fine.
Ed! With bloody Ed!
I'll ring Alex, he can move my car and you can have the space.
You're a star.
You need to put this in the windscreen.
Right.
Didn't kill you to dip.
Ed, I'm on level 2, quick as you can.
Ay, pero ¿dónde? ¿Dónde está? Ay, oh. Ay, y aquí está.
The Spanish one with the amazing arse. Hey.
Where's the father to be?
On his way. Just leave the keys in. She's in a side room. It's all happening. Go.
Thanks.
How did you find a space so quickly?
Just walk around the corner.
What is it you do again? Surely Anne must have gone on about it.
International crisis management. It's like when there's a mass emergency, like the tsunami. We coordinate the emergency services, information to relatives, parking cars for people. Listen, Saz.
No, look, Alex. Look, this is no. I don't know what you think you're playing at, calling me and texting me like that.
Well, like I said, you've been on my mind.
This is messed up, you know. I mean, apart from what's going on in my life, which is a fairly major consideration, and has quite a lot to do with you, what would Leanne think if she knew you were doing this? I mean, according to her, you're about to move in together. I thought you were a decent bloke.
I am. Wait, what do you mean this has got a lot to do with me? You mean you and Dan splitting up?
Just forget it. Just skip it.
You can't fight your feelings, Saz.
Of course you can. Especially if your feelings are located entirely in your bloody trousers.
Hey, give me some credit here.
No. Why should I? Feelings? Feelings are crap. Crap. Stop counting Saz and start feeling. Okay. So you feel this and you feel that and you start making a decision about who you're going to spend the rest of your life with. And you know what? There's no backup. None. And it turns out he's been having it off with Miss Holla, who he lied about, incidentally, because she's not back in Spain, she's right here. So who knows how long that's been going on right under my bloody nose. And I think, OK, I'll see how I feel about Eddie. But he's moved on, Audrey and twins, and I don't feel good.
Saz.
See? Maybe I am neurotic. Everyone else seems to think so.
Mostly I just think you're scared.
What do I have to be scared about?
This.
Should I give up, or should I just keep chasing pavements, even if it leads nowhere? Or would it be a waste, even if I knew my fate? Should I leave it there? Should I give up, or should
Dan.
I just keep chasing pavements?
Dan!
Even if it leads nowhere.
You're with Leanne.
What if I weren't?
You need to sort yourself out.
You two haven't made it up, have you?
No.
Must be the drugs.
The crazy idiot's only gonna chuck me, hasn't he?
I can't sleep with you, Alex. Dan, would you like a glass of wine? What are you doing here?
Saz, it really gone that far?
Yeah, well beyond that far.
So, what's the problem, mate?
This was supposed to be between me and you.
How is he?
I don't know yet. He's lost a lot of blood.
Alex!
Yeah, can you put me through to emergencies?
I don't need your approval, you arrogant asshole.
You need me. He's a good man, Saz.
It's just you and me, then.
I really wish I could believe you meant that.
And Mystery 11 continues next Friday. Well, tomorrow night it's the big weekend, kicking off with the ultimate night in with Cheryl Cole. Then she's back with one of her acts in the grand final of The X Factor. That's at 7:30. And then Jonathan Ross hosts the biggest event in the comedy calendar. The British Comedy Awards are at 9:30.
Sun, sun, sun. All down the next and there'll be sun, sun, sun. So what the heck?